Today we are making classic green bean casserole, but there's a twist. We're keeping these classic French fried onions because honestly, there is nothing that compares. But I think you'll be surprised with the addition of cheddar cheese and a secret ingredient. For me, this is the ultimate green bean casserole. Welcome back to Nancy's Homestyle Kitchen, where I share how to cook real food with simple ingredients and no pressure to be perfect. Let's go over the ingredients. Many of these are familiar if you've ever made green bean casserole, but I have a few little surprises in here. We're gonna start with 2 cans of French style green beans that I have opened and drained. Cream of mushroom soup. Now you can either use a can of cream of mushroom soup or you can make your own cream of mushroom soup. I'm gonna show you a video on how to do that. We're gonna use the classic French fried onions. You may not be used to cheddar cheese, but it's really good in this casserole. Some half and half salt and pepper and the secret ingredient. Can you tell what it is? Would you be surprised if I told you it's water chestnuts? All of the ingredients will be listed in the description box below. Let's get cooking. Oh, I totally went like that. I did. In my little Dutch oven here, I melted a tablespoon of butter. I have about a tablespoon of finely diced white onion and a half a cup of chopped mushrooms. So what I'm doing is just browning these before I add in the cream soup base. So let me show this to you. I bought the recipe from the Craftologist on Etsy and made this little container. The recipe comes with how to make the soup base, which is basically powdered milk, some cornstarch, and a bunch of herbs and spices. And then on the back, it gives you more of the instructions on how you actually make the soup with it, and then all the different add-ins. So I'm going to make my homemade cream of mushroom soup. If you don't want to go through this process, that's absolutely fine. Just use a can of Campbell's cream of mushroom soup. Okay, these have sauteed for about a good 4 minutes. So we'll go ahead and we'll add 1 cup of chicken stock. This is my homemade chicken stock that I make using a Costco rotisserie chicken in my Instant Pot. I will link that recipe at the end. If you haven't watched that, it's really good. It makes the best chicken stock. And then I'm just going in with a 1/3 cup of the soup base. And then what we're gonna have is our own concentrated cream of mushroom soup that we can use for any recipe. So we just wanna bring it to a boil and then it will thicken. And you can see it comes together and starts thickening really, really quick. And it smells delicious. That is thick enough to coat the back of a spoon, and it is really good. And this took less than 10 minutes. So here you have your homemade cream of mushroom soup. To a mixing bowl, we're going to add the cream of mushroom soup. And then to that, 1/2 cup of half and half. Go ahead and give that a whisk to get it nice and blended. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. This is just to taste or to your desired likeness. I go a little easier on the salt, more pepper. And then these are the water chestnuts. So I finely diced the whole can, but there's only about 2/3 of the can in here because the whole can is just too much, but this is just the perfect amount. And it's one of those ingredients when people have had it over the years, because I've been making this recipe for years, they don't know what's different about it. They can't put their finger on it, but they really enjoy it. And then when I tell them it has cheddar cheese and water chestnuts in it, they're like, okay, yeah, that is it. Go ahead and sprinkle in the cheddar cheese. Let's go ahead and stir it partway through. I don't want any big lumps of cheese. Okay, 2 cans of the French style cut green beans. You can use regular green beans. You could use the haricot vert that you've blanched if you get those at Costco. Those work really good. But sometimes I just like canned green beans, and we just need to mix that up. I don't want to break the green beans or cut them, so I'm just going to kind of fold it in. And then I'm going to go in with half of the container of the French fried onions. The other half we're going to put on top. Again, if you've made this recipe before, you know the drill. It's essentially the same method. We're just switching up the ingredients. Okay, and here I have a 2.5 quart baking dish that I have sprayed with some avocado oil. You could use Pam or olive oil spray, whatever. You just want to give it a nice coating. And spread this out. It smells so good. This goes into a preheated 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and top it with the remaining French fried onions. Bake it for another 5 to 10 minutes until it's nice and golden brown. All right, it's done baking. Let's take it out. Oh my gosh. I wish you could smell this. It is bubbly, and all those onions are golden brown. And this is remove the roof of your mouth hot. So we will taste this in about 10 minutes or so. But I just wanted you to see how beautiful this looks coming right out of the oven. We'll be back when it is safe to try. It's been about 10 minutes, so let's go ahead and serve some up and give it a try. You can see the green beans. You don't really see any of the cheese. It just kind of adds flavor, but you don't visually see the cheese. So here you go. Nice, steamy, hot green bean casserole with a secret ingredient. So now the moment of truth, we get to give it a try. I think it's still kind of hot. Can you hear the crunch of the water chestnuts? It just gives it texture, but it's not super crunchy. Now, let me take another bite and see if you can hear. It's really good. It takes you back to that classic green bean casserole that we all know and love. Well, most of us anyway, from the holidays, but just this inclusion of the chopped water chestnuts and a little bit of that cheddar cheese just kind of sets it apart. And it's one of those dishes that people are going to eat and think, I love this. It's familiar, but it's different. And those are the recipes that I really like, especially to share with others or bring to a potluck or something like that. So I hope you give this a try. If you do, let me know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will be back again next week with another recipe from my kitchen.